Hello my friends, this is Wolfgang with Tools for Ascension, and this time I will be sharing so-called mystical experiences. This is the stuff that normally is only shared among God brothers or in intimate circles, but these times pressing, a lot of rules have been broken regarding teaching the public, and so my inner guidance has been bugging me a long time to share these things that I have told very few people before. So you will be hearing a lot of far out stuff. It's not ghost stories. I think it's way beyond that. And please don't judge. Use me as a truth meter, as a sounding board, so to say. I think personally that listening to stories like this will raise the vibration. It will expand your awareness. And probably things like this have happened to you too, but you may not have seen the significance or just pushed it out of your subconscious, out of your conscious into your subconscious. And so I think if you're attracted to this, there will be some information that will be very useful for you. So enjoy. Probably one of my most juicy experiences I've ever had was in Sri Lanka. I was living in Sri Lanka there for a week with a shaman in the jungle, deep in the jungle, and eat rice and banana flour, every day. Very austere life. And this man was actually a gem digger, and he also worshipped two goddesses, one local goddess, Kataragama, and also goddess Kali. He had a little hut, and with a big clearing in front of it where there was a bonfire, and he also had an assistant. So the gem digger would go into a trance, into a running trance, and then this assistant would ask the questions and about where those gems were situated, and then he got the answers, and he actually found gems that way. And I have also been later on in my life in the position where I was asking the questions, and the answers, came through the other person from some higher entities. So anyhow, there was ceremony going on in the hut, and there was a big bonfire, like about 4-foot bonfire in the center of that little plaza. And suddenly the assistant, which was about a 5-foot man, tiny, gentle little man with wrists like 2 of my fingers, very tiny man. And he jumped into the center of the plaza. There was a trident that he grabbed, an cast iron trident, and then he jumped into the bonfire and started dancing in the bonfire, kind of Rumpelstiltskin style. And there was a very powerful vibration on the 3rd chakra level, means on the stomach level, all over the place, like a hum, but it was more like an emotion than an acoustic vibration. And I definitely was not afraid of would not be afraid of a 5-foot man. And the landowner's son, who was probably 6.5 foot and weighed 20 pounds more than me of muscle. And I had like 5 years of martial arts experience, so we were not people that were afraid, but we ran away. And somehow in my mind I knew that this was Goddess Kali in this shaman's helper there. And I maybe heard about it, but I never really knew much about it. But it was very, very clear to me at that point, somehow or other, that this was Goddess Kali in this man's body. And so this little man was dancing in the bonfire. And I've done fire walking before, but I would never dare to dance in a bonfire. But that's not all. Then he kind of asked us in a friendly way to come close. And till we were standing, right in front of him. So he could touch us and we could touch him. And then smilingly, he bent down and grabbed a handful of burning embers and held them in front of him, actually kind of rubbed his hands around it, held them, and wanted to put them in our hands. And we declined. Yet it was obviously not a function of any of the explanation I've heard, that fire walking is possible. There were no calluses, there was no, there was so much strong contact, with the skin there. And traditionally it is, when goddesses, like in gods, let's say in Tibet, they come a lot into the blacksmiths. And to show that these are not the normal blacksmiths anymore, they start doing supernatural feats, like leaning into a spear, with their throat, or poking something into their eye and nothing happens. So there's always demonstration of the supernatural. Well, so this was one of my encounters with Goddess Kali.